For prompt number four, I wanted to respond to the second question around low tech, low cost, simple prototypes. And I want to tell again a story from my time at Malvern. The way I think about this is that new tools can lead to new spaces, and new spaces lead to new kinds of learning. And it all has to be grounded in a really clear vision, even if that vision is going to evolve. So um, at the time, we had finally crystallized this idea that our portrait of a learner was a student who would graduate from Malvern being globally competent, entrepreneurial, and driven by the school's values of truth, unity, and love. And that informed the use of tools like flexible furniture and whiteboard paint. If they were going to be truly entrepreneurial learners, then they needed to be able to move things around quickly. They needed to prototype. They needed to be able to sketch, to erase, to come back to things. And the flexible furniture and the whiteboard paint as tools then helped us to create a newly designed library where all we did was put in furniture on wheels and whiteboard paint on all of the surfaces, the tabletops and the walls, so that students could move and reconfigure the space really to be in teams of learners. And to write things out as they were thinking them, and they would take photos so that they could capture their ideas before erasing them and starting again. Once we had a better sense of how the students would learn that way, I started teaching a social entrepreneurship class, which was 100% team-based and 100% project-based. And we actually used the squash courts as our classroom. And people thought I was crazy using the squash courts, but the glass walls that separated each of the courts were perfect for using dry erase markers. And the stands, which normally would seat the fans for the match or matches, could be used for students to be a mock audience for teams doing pitches of their social entrepreneurship ideas. Eventually, we started using the auditorium, and then we moved off campus to some spaces at different colleges around Philadelphia. And now, having prototyped from new tools to new spaces, Malvern has a Center for Social Impact.